Hello, Padma. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Hello. Hi, Neha. I
Hello.
now I can. Oh, okay.
Hello. We'll begin in just a couple of moments. We're just waiting for the other participants to join.
Yep. Okay.
In the meantime, we can do like a short introduction, um, just getting to know everybody. So hi, Nikhil. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
And,
you. Yes.
and Ram.
Okay. So you want me to introduce myself?
Uh, yeah, that'd be great. Can you like do like a short introduction, like what's going on? Have you been applying to accounting jobs?
Yes,
Um,
sure. Hi guys. My name is Nikhil Deshpande. I live in Canberra. I'm in Australia for more than 7 years, and I'm on my 491 visa. I recently got approved, and I did my master's in accounting. and I got my visa in cafe manager. So now I wanted to start looking job in the accounting field. I have no clue where to start. So one of my friend referred to this consultancy. So I just joined
You're
this
from India?
presentation, get to know about. Sorry?
Like, are you from India? Where are you from? Or
Yeah, yes, I'm from India, yes.
okay. Have you been applying to like have you started and like sent out your application or anything like that? Have you looked into the accounting
No,
job?
right now I am working in Hertz. Hertz in the quality inspector. But meanwhile, I've been applying to the accounting jobs, but with no success.
Oh, how long has it been since you like started applying?
I think it's been more than 3 to 4 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but people are not even calling for interview as well. Not sure why. Yeah, because I got a good experience as well. Back in India, I've got a 4 years of experience in accounts payable, and I did internship in while my masters. And that's the thing. I owned a business as well in Canada for a year as well. So I got pretty much good skill as well in accounting. But yeah, but still
Yeah,
there is no response.
we've had previous students as well with us, like who were applying and were not, getting any success. But yeah, I think like we'll be able to help you with this regarding this, hopefully. Thank you so much, Nikhil.
Yeah, no worries. All good. Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else would like to go? I think we have Keither. Hi, Keither, Elizabeth, Ram. Can you guys hear me?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello. Who is this?
Hello,
Ram. Okay. Is your name Ram Joe or?
Ramjo.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Do you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. So how's it going, Ramjo? Have you been
Yeah.
applying as well?
I'm sorry, I'm just fixing now the volume.
Oh, okay. So can you like tell us a little bit, like, have you been applying as well for like accounting jobs?
Yeah, okay, just wait for a moment. Hi, I'm Jomar, and I'm from the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ram.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it's
Is it
clear.
clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I will repeat it. I'm Jomar from the Philippines, and I'm just here for Australia for 2 months.
Oh,
So for now, I'm still for tourist visa and lodge for a bridging visa. So
okay.
I have experience for accounts payables, receivables, general accounting in Qatar for 11 years.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
I had to switch from Qatar to Australia because I got some agency from Dubai, and he got me promised that when I came here in Australia, I have a job which is on my line
Mhm.
accounting, but that's not happened. I'm just paying them without
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
for now, yeah, since I am here already, so
Yeah.
I
No,
am looking also on the same track.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you. Hopefully in this session we'll be able to
Yeah, thank you.
help. Okay, Padma, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, no, Padma is our trainer. I think she's here as well. Hello, Padma? Because I think like we should just start the session. I think like it's already 5 minutes. Mm, she away from keyboard. What is going on?
Hi, Neha.
Oh, hi, Padma. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure you're there. So we'll be starting the session.
I'm here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be starting the session. Give me a second. All right. Okay, thank you everybody for taking the time from your day to sit in for the orientation event. Is very much appreciated. To start off the session, I would like to just start with an introduction of myself and our team member, and then we can move on to the training module. So I'm Neha. I am the marketing manager here at 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ, and joining us in the session is Padma. She's going to be a trainer and mentor for the course. So in today's session, we'll be discussing about 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ training program as a whole, very briefly, the course components, and of course the program inclusions. And then in the end, we're going to have a Q&A session as well. So just very briefly, let's begin with the introduction of 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ. So I'll just give you a very brief overview. To put it in short, 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ was primarily established as a company that provided ICT education and job empowerment opportunities to international candidates, much like yourselves, here in Australia. So the training aims to help the candidates with a special focus on international candidates to successfully navigate the uncharted waters of the Australian and by default, the global job landscape. And since our establishment in 2019, we have helped a significant amount of candidates just like you who are from Southeast Asian countries to successfully land jobs in IT, accounting, and engineering. And as you can see, we have a decent success rate as well. You can see 100% success rate when it comes to making sure that our candidates land a job after the program completion for accounting specifically. Now, talking about our vision and mission, one of the primary goals of 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ is to help the candidates navigate the Australian job landscape and by default global job landscape without wasting your finances, without wasting your energy, and without wasting your time. Our program is a direct beeline from point A to point B, point A being where you are right now, and point B being the job. Okay. So essentially, we're like a bridge. We're gonna bridge the gap between you and your entry-level career, specifically for accounting, without you having to do it all by yourself. So moving on to the training, components, as you can see, it's like a 10 to 14 weeks program. In this case, it's 8 weeks training, as the course duration for accounting is 8 weeks. And in essence, the program has two major components, as you can see. The first one is the practical training part, which is 8 weeks. And then once you complete this 8 weeks part, you move on to second component, which is career counseling. So these two components are what makes up the Job Ready program. So in this software part, Padma is going to tell you more about it, like what software you will learn and like the job landscape and everything. So this part, Padma will take over. Once I finish my slides, I will be talking more about the career counseling part. So as you can see in career counseling, the main aim of our program is to make sure that you are a good asset, and that includes behavior skills as well. And your behavior skills part is covered in the career counseling session. So as you can see in the screen, in the career counseling, we will cover your resume building elements, your cover letter building elements, your LinkedIn profile elements. All of this is going to get covered in this part. And we also conduct mock interview sessions, and we also help you with drafting professional and business emails. Because essentially, we understand that as international candidates here in Australia, definitely job landscape, career marketplace is different from back in Nepal or India, for example, or even Philippines, for example. It's comparatively very different. And if you don't know what you're doing, then it's going to take a lot of time and effort from your side. And it can be pretty discouraging as well sometimes, because you keep applying and then you essentially get ghosted. So all of that we're going to tackle in career counseling part. And one of the main reasons that benefits we provide is that assistance is going to be given to you until you land the job. So once you enroll with us, until you land the job, until that time, we will always be there helping you, guiding you, making sure you're doing everything properly, making sure that you're applying to all the right jobs and everything. So all of this is going to be covered here. Okay, let's take a look at some of the benefits that we will provide to you. So you can make an argument, why should we go with 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ? Why not just go with Udemy, Skillshare? There are even like free courses on YouTube and things like that. Maybe I can just learn the software from all these other platforms, and then why should I just go with 𝗖𝑥𝑡𝑟𝑎𝑡𝑒𝑐ℎ? So to answer that question, we will give you the answer. Number one, live and personalized learning experience. So in pre-recorded sessions like Udemy and Skillshare and all these things, sometimes what happens is the real world scenario doesn't match up with what is being taught on the pre-recorded video. So in such cases, if you get stuck somewhere, then essentially you'll have to do like additional research and you have additional headaches and everything. So that is completely eliminated in our live and personalized learning experience. Padma, she's our trainer. She's been in the industry for many years, and like she knows what the industry wants, what kind of people the HR people in Australia are hiring, and then she's going to train you essentially. So it's very personalized based on your learning pacing. Next one, both online, in person available. So both online, in person. So which one is better kind of depends on you. If you want to do in person, like it's available, we have our office in Hertzville. In New South Wales. So if you are in New South Wales, if you can come to the office physically, you can come and attend in person as well. But if you are in other states, like I think Nikhil, he said he's from Canberra, so if you're from other states, you can do online as well. So there's not much of a difference when it comes to online and in-person attendance. Is essentially just a different medium, but the inner components is going to be pretty much the same. Next one, 6 months leeway. So what this means is, when you join our course, when you enroll with us, but as you're taking the course, suddenly, for example, like you have to fly back home, or you have to put your account on hold, or like, whatever the reason come up, in such a cases, we even provide like 6 months leeway. So for 3 to 6 months, we can put your account on hold, and then you can rejoin anytime within the 6 months without paying any sort of extra rejoin charges or anything like that. So next one is no program limitations. So like I said, if you join with us, we are not going to leave you once the training is over. Like we're not going to say, okay, this is the training, so you have to go and like apply by yourself and all this. We're not going to do that. We're essentially going to be guiding you until you land the job. And in a matter of speaking, it doesn't take that long because, like I said, Padma, she's been in the industry. She actually knows like how to navigate the job marketplace, what sort of questions the HR people are answering, like asking, and how to answer them and all these things. So we'll essentially prepare you both in software skills as well as soft skills. So not only software, you will be also learning about how to present yourself, how to sell yourself as a employable asset to the Australian employers. Next one is real world projects. So there is no heavy burden, like no heavy theory at all. It's all just practical based on what is actually in the marketplace right now. So there's not going to be like a history of accounting and all these very heavy fluffy things. Instead, it's all real world projects. So essentially, it's like you'll be jumping from one job to the next. It's kind of like that. You can see it like that as well. And obviously, we can help you build your portfolio as well, just to get you started. Next one is class recording. Obviously, like when you enroll with us, you're going to get the class recording as well. So later on, you can do revisions at your own time. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the potential job opportunities. So these are some of the potential job opportunities you can access in Australia at the moment. So in Australia, when I was doing my research, I found that, the demand for Australian professional, like demand for accounting professionals is a lot higher than the supply. So there's lots of jobs opening all over Australia. And like even starting salary for entry level accountant in Australia is typically ranging from 55,000 to 70,000 per year, based on the qualification, based on location. And bookkeepers kind of start slightly lower but increase their potential earning. And then others is like they offer benefit packages as well right now in Australia. So all of this to say, accounting professional in Australia is kind of projected to grow by 9.2% over the next 3 years. So what this means is a very increase. 9.2 means it's like a very upward trajectory. So the job market is very good, is very robust, and supply is very less on the other hand. So you will have ample of opportunities, not only this, even so many like bookkeeping and like payroll and accounts receivable, accounts payable, and all these things. There are so many more job openings that are like going beyond these listed over here as well. So once you do the software, you can access all of the job openings. And we can talk about this a little bit more with Padma as well, because she will talk about this a lot more after the presentation. So yeah, these are some of the reasons why to choose Extra Tech. Our curriculum is created by industry veteran. Like I said, Padma has been in the industry for many years. So, she can teach you what is actually in the industry, what is actually going on in the industry, and how to navigate it. Next one, our principal foundation, our whole entire vision and mission is to help international candidates, because our founder is Binod Kunwarji. So Binod Kunwar, he himself is like an international, at first he was like an international candidate. He was from Nepal, and he also used to face like a lot of problems initially because he couldn't find any job. And then, brick by brick, we kind of like built this program because we understand what are some of the problems that international candidates face and how we can help them. So that's our entire foundation. Next one, help and guidance until you land the job. It's a great choice to build networks as well. So we have like in our previous accounting batches, we are still in contact with a lot of our accounting alumni candidates who did the training, who landed the job, and right now they are in very like high positions as well. So we are still in contact with them as well. So if any job openings occurs in their company, they can like inform us, and we can like work something out between our own enrolled candidates as well. So it's a great opportunity because we have a large network of people. Next one, course obviously focuses on real world projects, no heavy theoretics or anything like that. It's all just based on real world scenarios. There's ample flexibility, there's lots of cooperation, and it's a self-paced study e-learning module. So like I said, you'll be provided with class recording as well. And we'll also group you into a Teams group as well, where all the candidates are there. Your trainer is also going to be there. So if you have any sort of confusion anytime, you can just directly ping on that Teams group, and then you can our trainer can immediately just answer the question, or any of your candidates can answer the question. So it's very interactive and flexible, and there is ample cooperation as well. Okay, so program preparation. Essentially, what you'll need is, we use Teams. In the beginning, we used to use Skype, but since Microsoft is shutting down Skype, we use Teams now. It is free to download if you don't know what Teams is. It's essentially like WhatsApp. So you can just freely download Teams software, and then we can group you into the Teams software over there with all the trainers and everyone. Next one, obviously, you're going to need Zoom because we conduct our classes online via Zoom. And next one is AMS. So AMS is Academic Management System. So this is the e-learning portal that we created. It's created by Extra Tech. So once you enroll with us, we will send you the AMS login details and everything. You can create your profile in the AMS, and the class recording, class resources, materials, and all these things you can access over here. And so, okay, these are some of the frequently asked questions. We can go over them towards the end after Padma's presentation. And then, yeah, we can just round about it once again. All right, Padma, handing it over to you.
So hi guys, can you hear my voice?
Yes, it's a little bit like it's not that loud though.
Let me do this. How about now? Is it okay?
Is everybody else able to hear Padma? Because I'm hearing like really low voice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a bit low.
Okay, just let me fix my microphone.
It's a little bit low.
Please give me 1 sec then. Let me see.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, is it better now? Or it's still
Yeah, it's a
same?
little bit better now.
Okay. I don't think I can say more than that. So, hi guys, this is Padma. I will be your trainer for 𝐸𝑥. We're going to cover technical class, and I will be there on your career counseling as well. I've been working as a accountant for some private provider. It's almost been 5 years for me in this industry. I have started as accounts assistant, where I used to do the billings mostly, receivables and then the payables. Now I handle most of the income statement, P&L, all those budgeting things. So I'm on mid-term role at the moment. So, and then I will be guiding you for your entry-level job. And yeah, I will have fun in our session. So I'm just going to go with our topics that are going to be covered in our 8-week session. And then what is the main important skills that you're supposed to have it in terms of getting the job in Australia. I know everybody has some sort of degree. You guys probably have a overseas experience, but when it comes to the Australian market, they prefer particularly the people that does have a little bit software, software knowledge, and then also some sort of skills that's supposed to be also one. I know everybody have done like billings probably whenever you handle the offshore work experience. But when it comes to the Australian market, they prefer the people that at least know how things work in Australia. So that things we're going to cover in our technical classes. So just give me one second. This one there. Okay. So to get the job in Australia, probably if you're just looking like one sort of the entry level job is like you can go either one job focused job, or may probably you can jump into the multiple jobs like accounts officer. So accounts officer is responsible for handling combined roles, not only one sort of job. Or you can go just to go to the accounts receivable, which is normally billing part. You will be just handling over all the bills that your company has purchased, and then you're supposed to enter and then probably pay them on time. Or maybe accounts receivable, where you will be working with the sales team. Normally everybody who makes the sales will send you the report, and then you're supposed to, or maybe you are responsible to billing your customer and then asking the money and then bring the money into the company. Or maybe you will just go get the payroll officer job. So these are all the skills that you need, and then we're going to cover all those skills in 8 weeks. So the first week, the first topic that we're going to cover is basic concept of accounting, how things work in Australia, what are the accounting methods that are pretty much common in Australia, how things work whenever you go, and then in the first day of job, how there will be, and then the basic concept, probably some people have forgot the credit rules, what are the main reports like P&L reports, and then some balance sheet sort of things. So we're just going to cover a little bit of there, not a whole lot of theory, just trying to revise our knowledge, whatever we have, and then what are the things you probably need. And we do have another topic that's accounts receivable. One first day we're going to do accounts receivable, that will be 1 week. And then we're going to focus on the accounts payable. That will be another week. And bank reconciliation is very, very important, because whenever you do accounts receivable or maybe accounts payable, either way, you're supposed to match all the transactions, whatever you have entered into the system with the bank records. So that's called bank reconciliation. Very easy one, but you need to know that's the mandatory skills whenever it comes to applying the jobs as accounts receivable officer or accounts payable officer. So another one will be payroll processing and tax compliance. If you are trying to get the job as accounts officer or assistant accountant, it's very important that you know a little bit about the payroll. So here we're going to discuss how you're supposed to check the compliance rules and regulations in terms of the payroll. Accounts receivable and payable is very, very easy. So not much is all about GST component and then the BSV and account number sort of things, accounts receivable and the payable. Okay, what happened? What happened, Neha?
Oh, Padma, I think like you're sharing the screen, but we haven't really seen the slides move down to newer slides. Yeah, now we
No,
can.
I'm just still
Hey,
still
okay.
trying to
Sorry,
do the
sorry.
payroll part. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's okay.
sorry.
So this is the payroll. That's okay. Okay, so this is the payroll processing compliance. It's a little bit vast topic where you need to know about the ATO about, where you need to know about rules and regulations in terms of like one company to its staff, what are the things you're supposed to pay, what are the things you're supposed to look after when you hire somebody, whenever some people join as a new person, what are the things you're supposed to look after, sort of things. We'll do that on payroll. It will help you to get the combined role as payroll officer, or you can just apply for a payroll officer plus HR assistant. So that's combined role. And then we do have another one on fixed assets and depreciation. So as you know, every company does have some sort of fixed assets. Every single company have it. And then as per the rules, they cannot claim all the expenses in the same year whenever they have bought the things. So it will carry forward for the whole, maybe whatever the years its useful life is. So as a assistant accountant or maybe the junior accountant, you probably need to maintain the depreciation things. And here we're going to learn how whenever this company actually bought the fixed assets, how you're supposed to enter and then manage the data, and how you're supposed to calculate the depreciation and recognize it and then enter into the system. Then it will show on a balances side how those depreciation affect your P&L and balance sheet side sort of things. So we do have a general reports in all. I think in not only in Australia, everywhere, since everybody is using software, we don't need to make the manual report these days, as we have make it on the university, like you have maintained the P&L based on the data that has been provided. You probably have maintained the balance sheet by yourself based on the information that have provided. Here, everything is ready-made, but you have to analyze it. And then if there is something not matching whatever with the worksheet, you probably have to reconcile it. So we're going to know about the journal reports, how you're supposed to analyze it. This is a little bit mid-term level rule, but we're going to do this in our class. So another one is business activity statement. That's normally deals with the GST. So every quarter, every single business that is registered in Australia, they're supposed to lodge the GST report to the ATM. So it's GST in and out. Whenever you pay the GST to the other people, that will be your plus point. And then whenever you receive the GST from other people, when you sell something, supposed to charge the 10% GST on your product or services. So whatever you have charged from other people, that you're supposed to pay back to the ATO. So GST component is neither your expenses, neither your income. So that is the report that we're supposed to make it every quarter, every 3 months. And then we're going to learn how you're supposed to do it and how these GST things work in a business activity statement and how you're supposed to lodge it. So that is this, and then month and a year in adjustment. Whenever it's a junior people, you're supposed to help your senior manager to do the month or year in adjustment whenever required. And then we're going to learn, like, from your side, what are the things, or maybe what are the worksheets you're supposed to provide every month to finish that month off. And the last but not least is petty cash management. So it's a very simple topic about how you are going to handle the cash and how you're supposed to reconcile it, how you're supposed to track all the expenses, all sort of things. So we're going to learn all those things in 6 to 8 week class. So normally I would say 6 weeks very easily, but sometimes what happens is whenever you don't know, or maybe whenever you make some mistake in the system, I supposed to go and check your work, and then sometime it may take half an hour to fix one mistake sometime. So that way it may take 6 to 8 weeks. It depends on how fast you can progress. So we'll just say 6 to 8 weeks. So after all this topic covered, these are the relevant jobs that you can apply for. These are the accounts payable role in Sydney, probably more, because whenever you're going to finish your training, that will be the Feb, I guess, around Feb, because there will be the December break. And then by the time you finish your career counseling and ready to enter into the market, that will be Jan end and then Feb. That is the prime time, because there will be no hiring from now onwards. Is the company, most of the company will close down for more than 2 to 3 weeks. So they will hold it, all the position. Then everybody will come back on the Jan second week, and then there will be massive hiring things going to happen. So you need to be ready. There will be maybe a lot more position going to open after Jan. So at the moment, there are accounts payable. If you just wanted to focus on one sort of job first and then gain the experience, then you want to apply some other roles. So this is the accounts payable role. There is an account receivable role. Again, this is more focused on sales. Accounts payable is more focused on purchase. Easy, one thing at a time. And there is something called payroll. Again, you will be only focusing on hiring people, getting them into the system, and then pay them on timely manner. So this is the three particularly and the most famous entry-level roles. So there is the accounts payable officer in Mascot. They are paying around 70 to 85. So at the moment, entry-level salary is start from 70. Some company also pay a little bit less, that start from 60, but whenever you finish your probation, they will definitely increase your salary. But at the moment, we are looking around 60 to 75K for the entry level role, depending on how good you perform in your interview. So there is another one, accounts receivable officer. Again, they are paying 60,000 to 75 per year. There is junior payroll officer. So again, they are paying 70 to 75 plus super. So this is account payroll and accounts officer, because this is combined role where you're going to do accounts payable, accounts receivable, and payroll officer. They are paying a bit more. If you go for a combined role like assistant accountant, accounts officer, they pay a bit more. And another one is payroll officer. The salary is not visible anyway. So these are the roles that you can apply after you finish the training. So I do have position description just to give you the overview. Whenever we do the accounts payable topic or accounts receivable topic, what are the things you will know, and then the job description just to give you the overview. What things we're going to cover. This is the position descriptions for accounts payable manager actually, and this is the position description for accounts payable officer. So here it does say invoice processing. So invoice processing basically means you will receive the invoices and then you're supposed to enter those into the system, into the correct category. Suppose you have received something for the purchase of fixed assets. That is also the bill that comes under accounts payable duties anyway, but you need to know where you're supposed to enter into the system so that it reflect on the balance sheet, not on the expenses side. So that's called correct account category. So you will know how you're supposed to process the invoice, how you're going to quote them. There will be like unique code for every invoices, so that you can track it later, sort of things. So invoice processing, payment management. As an accounts payable officer, if you get the job, you're supposed to responsible for manage the payment. So every company does have some sort of threshold. It's not like you have received hundreds of invoices today, you're going to pay all of those invoices today itself. No, it's not going to happen. Every company does have some sort of threshold. Have to work under that particular threshold. So you're going to manage which bills you want to pay earlier, maybe which bills you want to pay today, and then which bills you can push a little bit back and then probably pay tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, sort of things. So that's called payment management. Reconciliation, as I say, that comes under bank reconciliation. We're going to know that as well. Vendor as some subcontractor relationship. That comes under your communications skills. That's your soft skills. Record keeping, basically you have to maintain all those up-to-date records about your supplier, about your vendors, all sort of things. So reporting and compliance is just the GST part. So all of those, whatever mentioned on the duties, we're going to learn all of those things. So it's the same thing. Whenever it comes on the payroll accounts payable manager, it's the same thing. You're going to do payments on processing invoice, statement reconciliation, settlements, handling AP mailbox, all sort of those mail handling part. And then most of the part, there are like 3 or 4 technical skills that you need to know, and then all other are your interpersonal skills, communications skills, all sort of things. So this is for the accounts payable officer. We do have another one is accounts receivable officer. So pretty much same. It's just the opposite transaction. So accounts payable officer, what you're going to do is somebody will send you the invoice for the things that your company have bought. So you're going to maintain the record and then pay those people. So accounts receivable officer, pretty much same. How you're going to record all those transactions into the right category, pretty much same. Once you know the accounts payable part, it's very easy to do the accounts receivable. And here, what you're going to do is your company will sell something. So you're going to ask somebody else to pay. So it's just the opposite of accounts payable. So same way, you need to know how you're supposed to issue the invoices, how you're supposed to contact people, or maybe that, again, your communications skill. And then when you're supposed to do the follow-up, and then what are your bad debt processing, system, and then how you're supposed to follow up when somebody don't pay, because not everybody will be good enough to pay you on time. So you do have some rules and regulations, how many days you're supposed to give them before you send them the final notice, sort of things. Those are all here to basically assist the team lead when required, allocating all the payments whenever you receive the payments on the bill. Bank, you're supposed to come back to the system and then allocate that particular payment to the particular bill. So we're going to know all sort of things, whatever it is here required to apply for those duties, you will know everything in our accounts receivable topic. So another one is payroll. So payroll is, again, as I say, is fast, but pretty simple. All you do is take every single staff, whoever is in your company, get the working hours. Some people might be on a casual rate, some people might be on part-time rate, or maybe some people will be on the permanent full-time. So based on that, you're going to pay people correctly on time, and you're going to maintain their PAYG tax, maintain their superannuation, maintain the company's payroll tax, and yeah, basically pay them on time. So in between those parts, there will be a lot of compliance issues. So you have to report every single payroll on time to the ATO. That's called single tax payroll. You have to maintain your PAYG tax. You also have to maintain the superannuation every quarterly. You have to look after all those compliance issues before hiring and then pay somebody. That comes under like work entitlements and then all those leave entitlements sort of things. So are we going to know all those things in our payroll topic? That includes onboarding whenever somebody new joining your company. What are the documents? What are the things you're supposed to look into it? And then how you're supposed to enter them into the system so that you can pay them. When somebody resign, what will happen? What are the things your company is supposed to pay those people? And how you're supposed to pay. We're going to practice some casual, some part-time, and some full-time people so that you know how things work in every single what is called employment basis. So we're going to cover all those things in our payroll topic. Once you know these three skills, it's pretty much possible to get the job, but then you have to have interview skills. And then in the meantime, we do have other topic. So these are the main one: accounts receivable and payable, bank reconciliation, and payroll tax and payroll and tax compliance is main skills. The other one are just the extra skills so that you look good in your resume as well. Also, also you do have more skills in terms of other competitor in the market. So normally whenever other people apply for a job, they basically highlight those skills, but we are giving you a bit more so that it looks good. And then also you come first whenever it comes to the competition into the market. So potential job options, Neha already had discussed all the options. So normally you can apply for accounts payable officer, junior accountant, you can go to midterm accountant as well. There is assistant accountant. There is also accounts officer, payroll administrator. Payroll comes with a junior, senior, all sort of payroll topic. And you have accounts payable specialist that also comes with a junior and senior, and accounts receivable clerk that also comes with the junior and the normal accounts receivable clerk. We do have around 11 or 12 job filters. So that will be provided once we finish the technical round, and then when we enter into the career counseling round, we're going to provide you all those job filters. So career counseling round, I guess Neha already discussed what we're going to do it. So after we finish this technical round of 6 to 8 weeks, then you're going to jump into the career counseling role. We're going to provide you all those potential job filters, how you're supposed to apply for the job, and we'll be there to help you and guide you. That's all from my side. If you do have any question, please ask.
All right. Thank you, Padma. So is there like any questions anybody would like to ask or clear anything Anything like that? Because I do have some questions that I gathered that some of the recent participants were asking for us. So these are some of the frequently asked questions that we get. So number one question is that I have no prior experience in accounting, or I have prior experience, but I have overseas experience. So can I still join the course, and then can I still land the job? So that's one of the major questions that we get. Padma?
Yes, definitely you can. We also don't require you to have a previous similar sort of degree as well to do the accounting job actually. So yeah, you can join.
Yeah, so degree is not really a requirement. You can,
Requirement,
even
yeah.
if you have like no prior experience, you are fresh off the
Yeah.
boat. You can still do the training and then be eligible to apply for job applications. Okay, so next question is that how is the job landscape when taking a look at it state-wise? Like, can you answer this one as well?
So if we're talking about the job landscape, if you are in a bigger city, it's definitely more opportunities. At the same time, there are more people. So I would say NSW is way, way better. And then also the Victoria, and little bit less chances in Canberra is compared to the job advertisement, but I guess there are less people as well. So yeah, and then once you get into the entry level role, you can just get upskill. I mean, you will learn something and then you will know more about the job market. You'll connect with more people. So if you're talking about the state-wise, very easy in Sydney and then Melbourne and Perth as well at the same time. A little bit harder. It's not we are not talking about impossible thing. We do have a lot of students getting the job in Canberra, Adelaide, and then other state as well. But if you are in a bigger city, yeah, bigger chances. Also the bigger competition as well. You have to go and then maybe do the interview with like 10 or 15 candidates. If we are talking about the Canberra Poly, you have to go and do the interview with maybe probably 5 candidates. It's just the same way, I guess.
Can you talk a little bit about like remote working as well, like for those people who are
Okay, so remote working, I get okay. So remote working is wherever you is staying, you can just get the job and then do the job from your home. I as I If we being honest these days, probably I don't see much of the remote working, but you do have working from home option, 3 days, 2 days, depends. But then remote working option is there. But I would say at the moment it's just the 20% of the whole market, but you can get it if you is staying in the accounts payable and receivable. It's the easiest remote working job. Probably you have to travel to the office once a year or maybe twice a year to do some sort of general meetings or something, but you can just do the job from interstate as well.
Mm.
But yeah, it's very less chances though at the moment because everybody is talking about like, back in office and then some sort of things. So yeah.
In Australia, do you think like is there a culture of remote work or hybrid work in Australia? Like in US, there's kind of like a very prominent hybrid work or remote work culture, but in Australia, I don't think there's one.
Hybrid work is here. Everybody at the moment, everybody is trying to, concentrate on what is called work-life balance or something. So at least every company gives at least 2 days, as I see. So 3 days or 4 days, it depends on the company culture again. But then I haven't seen much of the remote work unless you do have a very good skills and then you are on a higher position.
Mm. Next one, can you talk like a little bit about the average salary you can expect for entry-level roles?
Okay, so every salary you can expect whenever you try to apply for entry level roles, as I say, it starts from 60. Some good company actually pay after at the moment is 75, but then again, not every company is good enough to pay you the amounts whenever you apply for your entry level role. So we are looking around 60 to 70 for sure. And then it depends on how good you are at your interview, how confident you look, and based on that, they will just, decided the salary, but then definitely more than 60K for sure when you join. We are looking around 60 to 70 in average.
Elizabeth has one question in the chat. She's asking, do you think AI has any sort of negative impact on the accounting role?
Not as it now, you cannot trust AI, and then there are those software from like long time. These are all AI. All you do is enter your data and then everything generated from the system. But then there is people needed to analyze those data and then take the decision for the company. So we are just not looking for entry level, right? I guess you don't want to do the accounts payable role for the whole life and then get retired. So you're probably looking around getting into the entry level role, go to the midterm, probably at least being a finance manager or something. So I don't think AI does have that mental capacity to decide, maybe take a decision. So definitely not that threat. The AI thing is not that much of threat at the moment.
Mm.
So
So I hope that answered the questions, Elizabeth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also the entry level, no, I mean, there's all those system software they have already combined with the AI, but it still need people to do the thing, double checking all those, because we are talking about the money matter. So yeah, definitely you will get the job. AI will not replace you as long as you do have good analysis skills, analytical skills.
And even like in the news, you can see like all these companies who are investing in AI, they're not really getting the payback or like the return on investment as expected. You know what I mean? Like it's
It's
just,
like you cannot
yeah,
trust. No one can trust. And then financing is always very sensitive. It's come up with, all those privacy matter. Not every company wanna start and put all those financial details into the system, and then you can't even trust the AI system. We
yeah,
already
the
have a
data.
software. You don't need to do manual work. That means already you are already in AI generation anyway, because we don't do the manual work in
Yeah.
accounting these days.
But we do like help you with AI automate, like
Yeah,
AI
we do.
automation in resume, because AI, there is automation in AI when it comes to resume and the emails and all these things. So we'll cover that in career counseling. We will cover the AI part on application processes in the career counseling part. So I hope that answered the questions, Elizabeth. Um, Next one is like I think okay, can you talk a little bit about like the future scope? You take entry level job, and okay, how easy it is, do you think, to land like entry level job, Padma?
Entry
Like,
level
in
job is
experience.
very easy because they don't require you to know everything. The phrase mine is better because every single company does have their own rules and regulations. So for our company as well, we just want to know if that person knows some software, and then whenever they come in, we're going to train them fully. So you need to know the concept at least. You need to know how things work in Australia. That is it for the entry level role. But you have to have a confidence. You have to prove yourself that you can actually learn very fast whenever you go for a company, and then you respect the company culture sort of things. Entry level is very easy.
Yeah,
Talking about the future scope, the moment you enter into the entry level job, you will know where you want to go. Either you want to be an auditor, you want to work as a tax accountant, or maybe you just want to go and ever be the CEO of a CFO sort of things, or maybe the finance manager, or you want to do the very best, the associate auditor sort of things. Once you enter into the field, you will have a more knowledge about it, and then you can upskill yourself. You can get the 𝐶𝑎𝑐𝑝𝑎 certification. You can do all sort of LinkedIn paid learning, and then you can go up. It's all about your experience. Normally, sorry, okay, I'm going to do that question later. So it's all about how fast you want to progress. It's all on you. Once you land in the entry level job, you can jump into the next role within 1.5 years. 1.5 years is good enough experience to go for a midterm role, but it all depends on you. If you don't like to, upskill yourself, you are very okay with the comfort sort of things, it takes a lot of time. But if you are eager to learn, if you want to go up, there's definitely a lot more chances, and then you also earn very good because CFO, if you want to just be a CFO, you probably have to have a good analytical skills. You're supposed to know how the budgeting things work, sort of things, and then they get paid really high, and then you also don't need to do that much of job. All you do is take the decision sort of things. Also, finance manager on very good money. So entry level is little bit less when you compare to the cafe manager, aged care sort of things. But when you do have some sort of experience after 1 or 2 years, you earn pretty good much amount of money. You do have a hybrid working. So yeah, that's best. For me is best.
There's another question as well. I think one of the participants has asked.
Yeah, okay, let me go to it.
Yeah. So
okay,
yeah, the
I'm just going to
participant is
cover that.
asking, like, if you
If
don't
we
want,
don't have a
yeah.
practical training and only want interview preparation, how can you help us with that? So if you, okay, so I wouldn't recommend you to skip the technical skills, but if you already have experience into the Australian market, but because of your interview skills, you are not able to land the end of the job, we can help you as well. You can join the career counseling session. But again, we're going to test your technical skills. If you pass, then only you will be into the career counseling session. For that, please contact Extra Tech tomorrow, or you can leave your number. I can ask somebody to call you, and then we'll see. If you do have technical skills, then you can just join us for the career counseling season as well. Did I answer that question? Yes.
Yeah, you can.
But it's not like it's not like you don't know anything, but you wanna just jump into the career counseling. That will not happen because you need to know the basic skills.
I think, and another one of the questions that we usually get is, what sort of software do we need? What sort of like laptop do we need? Do we need to install anything? Like, can you talk a little bit about the software part?
Okay, software part. I guess at the moment everybody is using Mac, or most of the people using Mac, so it's not possible for you to just download the software. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn everything in the web version. So we're going to know the MIOB software first, and then I'm going to show you around the Xero as well later on once we're done with our classes. So most of the things we're going to do in our MIOB. So once you know MIOB is a little bit harder. Once you know MIOB, every other software will look very easy because they do have a very prominent sort of options. So you don't need to get anything before you join class. Once we join the class, once we've done the first session, then we will make account together in our class itself, and then we'll do it together. We're going to use the web version, so you don't need to get anything before you join the class, before we finish the week one, because week one will be most likely your knowledge test, and then the basic concept of accounting. And then we're also going to talk about the basic rules and regulation about accounts receivables, what sort of general practice sort of things. So week one, we don't need to do anything. And then from week two, we're going to subscribe. And that costs you around $29 for the 6 weeks. So yeah, $29. We are looking around $29 for the software itself. And we're going to do it together. You don't need to do beforehand.
Gia is asking, like, do we get any certifications after completion?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah, you can get it.
Yeah, as per request, we'll provide you with the
Okay, okay, do we need to be expert in Excel? No, I still don't know that. I mean, I'm not yet expert. I know how to do things in the Excel, but I don't think I'm expert yet. You just need to know how to use the VLOOKUP, and then there is another called pivot table to analyze all those extra data. Those are the basic skills, and then you probably know how to do those sum and then all other what is called formula into the Excel. That will do good enough. So you don't need to do any sort of manual. Your system will give you the end result. The moment you put data into the system, that will provide you the end results. So they don't ask you to be the expert in Excel. And do you offer classes, or it is only self-paced training? So what does that mean? We do offer classes, and then we're going to do all those practice in our class itself. And yeah, I'm going to show you how you're supposed to do it, and then you're just going to follow me for all those bills, all those Excel work, and then all those payroll sort of things. So this is how we do our classes.
So Gia is asking, like, she's asking maybe like, do you do like one-on-one classes or how is it gonna work? So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not one-on-one classes. Probably we will have us 5 to 7 students in one class. Everybody will join via Zoom. If you are interested in person class, there will be in person class in Monday. Possible. If you are there, then I can help you there as well. So it's just what we're going to do is we're going to do everything together. It's not like one-on-one. So I'm going to say, okay, open this bill, and then this is where you go. I'm going to show you where you're supposed to go, and then you will be going to that particular option in your system. So everybody will do it together. I haven't heard any sort of complaint that they couldn't get it just because we are not doing one-on-one. It's very easy and very effective. And then if you think, yeah, you are stuck, then I will be going into your system. I'll show you how to do those things, sort of things. So yeah, not one-on-one class, but then course
Right.
will take 6 weeks minimum, I would say. 6 weeks, because we're going to do some questionnaire. Whenever you bring the questions, I'm going to answer, could be anything. And if the class cannot progress, sometimes you probably need a little bit more help, then it may extend up to 8 weeks. Minimum 6 weeks is there. So yeah, for the technical, and then career counseling is there until you actually land the job. So I would say 6 weeks for the technical, and career counseling is up to you. How far you want to
Thanks,
go?
Padma. How much hours? Like, is it 2 hours per
Two
week
hours
or
is day.
four
2 hours is day. We are looking for Monday and Tuesday. 2 hours is day. That will be 4 hours each week.
4 hours a week? And it will be only Monday and Tuesday?
Yep.
Okay.
So what's your
And
availability?
like, do you provide like after the course, after the 8 weeks course, if like still not got a job and we forgot like how to do stuff, is there any revision classes that we need to pay for
So
or how it
no,
works?
no, you can join the class because there will be the classes again. I mean, back to back classes. So you can join any session if you want to. But we also provide the recorded session where you actually enroll. So that will be easier for you to catch up. So you always can go back to the recorded session and then catch up
Okay.
from there. And then also, if you cannot get it, then you can also join the classes anyway
Yeah, so just in case if
for
I'm
six
not
months. Yeah,
sure
for
about
6 months.
for 6 months, I can still get in contact with
Yep,
one of the
yep,
educator and can ask them questions.
yep, definitely.
And will there be any cost for that extra session?
No, no, no. Once you pay things, that's for 6 months, so you don't need to pay anything.
Okay. And how about the fees? Like, how do we know about the fees and all stuff?
Yeah, for that, they're going to contact you tomorrow, or if you want to, just call them tomorrow. Right, Neha?
Yes.
I don't know about
Yeah,
the
so
pricing
at the
part.
moment, yeah, we are running like a discounted session as well for the accounting training. So I have left like Exotech's contact details and email address in the chat. So you can just give us a call or you can just email us and we'll send you all the details regarding the fee and the discounted fee and all these things will be here. So yeah, please refer to the chat. I mean, the contact is there for Extra Tech.
Is it possible to speak right now to someone after the session, or it has to be tomorrow?
Well,
Uh,
our office hours are usually from 9 to 5. So I think like everybody in our office is already like left for the day. But you can
Okay.
contact us maybe tomorrow around 9 in the morning.
9, yeah,
Yeah,
9
up
in
to
the
9.
morning, Zia.
Yeah,
So where do
sure.
you
Thank
based
you.
on, Zia? Where do you based?
I am based in Adelaide,
Oh,
Australia,
okay.
South Australia.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So please contact them tomorrow morning around 9, or if you have left your details, they probably will get in touch with you, so you can discuss there.
Thanks,
Okay, and
Padma.
anyone else does have any questions?
We have Safrin
Good.
as well. Safrin is saying like she missed the beginning of the session. But no worries, Safrin. I mean, this session is recorded. So once we kind of end the session, I'll provide everybody with the recording, like everyone who joined us, I'll provide with the recording as well. And then you can see the recording for anything you missed.
So
Was it
anyone
somebody?
else has any sort of queries? It's not
Uh,
supposed to be, I mean, any sort of things. Yep. Hi,
yes,
Asis.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard about certifications. I joined quite late. I missed out a lot of things. But
Mm-hmm.
Good that I'll get the recording. So I wanted to ask you about certification. So after completion, do you provide a certification from ET recruitment or
Yes, yes, we do ASIS as long as you required. But yeah, we do.
do you okay, do you also help us with like zero advisor, I mean zero certifications?
So zero certification thing is you have to get done by yourself. You have to pay the certain fees to the TAFE, and then you just have to practice. So that will not be happen from our side. It's from your side, and then you have to do a lot of practice.
Did you
So it's
mention
not like it's not like we can, I mean, once we finish the class, we can give you the zero certification or MIOB certification.
right?
It's just like we're going to do some practice. You will know how to use the software, and to get the job, that will be enough because I don't have any sort of those advisor certificate. And I guess getting the certificate also will not help you if you don't know the practical world. You know, whenever you go get the TAFE certification, it's just like you know how things work, but you don't know the actual billing sort of things and then actual invoicing sort of things. So either way, if you wanna get it, definitely recommend it, but it's not like it's not, again, it's not that mandatory to get the job if you're just looking to get the job.
Right. So when we practice, when we use your materials that you provide to practice, is that set and is that like a dummy or that's a real transactions and
So
stuff?
I do have bills. I'll just show you probably. This
Yes.
real bills. I have collected some real bills. Something like this probably. I'll just show you one, right? So this is the real bills. That is actually the extra tech real bill. So we're just going to work on this one. Particularly, I do have around 10, 15 bills. So
Right.
it's not like dummy. I would say, okay, just suppose this is the 500 we sell, not sold. Maybe, okay, we bought something from Office Week, just assume, not sort of things. We do have actual bills that we're going to work on.
Right. And I forgot my last question. Um, so also, let's say, so I basically practice, and obviously when I practice, you will be able to see what kind of skills that I already have or I'm building up.
Yep.
When I can be able to demonstrate a really good set of skills upon the completion of this course, would you be, recommending me um, or I can use your network to land a job, in real life?
Yes, definitely. Because we do have a sister company called ET Recruitment, where we do a little bit of recruitment of accounting and finance as well. So if you are, I mean, we prioritize our own student, and even after our own student, we also select like very good student because we don't want it to send the random resume to the
Yeah,
recruiter. So
yeah,
we're going to definitely look into that part. I wouldn't guarantee that will help, but again, we
yeah,
also do have some sort of good a network into the LinkedIn, so you can use our network to build your network again. Also, we're going to help you on the interview skills, how you're supposed to apply for a job. Once you do that, you will get the job anyway. You don't need anybody's recommendation, but again, we are there to help you. We will help you to build your network into the LinkedIn because these days LinkedIn is must. So yeah,
right.
we'll be there to help you.
Okay. Do you have networks outside of the metro cities, like in regional towns?
I do have some in Perth and Melbourne because I was looking to move into there, but not like regional. But again, what will happen is once you connect with some recruitment agencies, because normally accounting and then finance will not be direct hiring most of the time. So 80% will be from the recruitment side, 80%, 20% will be from the direct from the company. So if you get into touch with some sort of, like, suppose we're just talking about the Hayes. Hayes do have a company, recruitment company, every cities. And then if you get into touch with some of the Hayes recruitment consultant, and then you just say, okay, I'm looking to move around there, and then they will probably forward your resume to somebody else if they find you good enough. So for that, you need to have very good communication skills. So you need to get into touch with somebody from that particular network. And then if you just, whenever there will be the communication. They will ask you to come for the interview, some sort of catching up session. And then when you mention that you're looking to move into the another city, they will pass your resume to that different company. So by those methods, you can build your network over there too. But then particularly, I don't have any in the regional area though. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, I have like one final kind of query,
Yep.
because we also do like mock interview sessions in our career counseling. So like, can you give us some examples on what sort of questions the HR people usually ask to participants when it comes to
Okay,
this?
so we probably thought like they will throw you a lot of technical questions, but that will be nothing like that because in accounting and finance or any sort of roles, it's not like one mathematic question and then you will have a fixed answer. Could be anything. If they throw you some question, you could just say anything and then that could be right because every single company does have their own rules and regulations. So what they do is they try to get to know you first. Like, okay, tell me about yourself. What is your biggest achievement so far? What do you think? Sort of things. They will get to know you first and then they will throw you the questions, behavioral questions that the way that you answer those behavioral questions will tell them that you actually does have all those skills that you have claimed, or maybe that you say that you know, because once you know the accounts receivable and payable, you're going to put that thing on resume. And the way that you're going to answer those behavioral questions, they will throw, is this a tricky question that includes your analytical skills, plus your technical skills, and then you're going to combine those two and then answer them. And the way that you talk to them about that particular question, they will know either you do have a real world or maybe at least those skills that you have claimed that your resume has it or not. So we do have a sets of the behavioral question, but technically they are trying to see either you are a good communicator or you can adapt into the company's culture, how good you are at conflict management. There is not always like same day you probably have a conflict with your manager, coworker, but how good you are at managing those things. And they also look into the part where you actually can, or your mistake. Some people just say, oh, I don't make mistakes, sort of things, but there will be always a mistake whenever you dealing with the numbers. Either there will be extra zero, either there will be less zero, sort of things. How are you going to manage that mistake? Once you figure it out, you have done something wrong. How are you going to tackle that? And then either you do have a capabilities of own that mistake that you actually did, sort of things. They're going to do all those questionnaire to know you, also know your skills. Yeah, and then we're going to discuss those things in our career counseling session. We do have sets of question, and then I'm going to describe you what those questions actually ask. And then how you're supposed to answer. We're going to give you the scenario, and then you're just going to make your own answer from it. That's all, Neha. Yes.
All right. Yeah, so these are pretty much all of the questions that we usually get from our candidates. So if there are no further questions, or does anybody else have any like other questions they would like to ask?
So I see that Elizabeth was asking if CPA is a big thing when it comes to middle senior accounting role. So for me, level, I would say no. It depends on your interpersonal skills again. For senior, like if you want to be the finance head who is managing 4 or 5 businesses, who are going to look after like 4 or 5 finance manager, like finance head, CFO, you need to either have a CPA or CA. That is yeah, that is just a certification. Not really will be useful, but again, they think that whoever has the degree or maybe CA certification, they are a little bit better in the analytical point of view. Also, they know better about the budgeting and forecasting thing. That's what the finance people does, budgeting and forecasting, and then leading the company on a financial decisions every single year. So that's why you need the CPA certification later on if you are not just thinking to go up to CFO. But if you're happy about the senior financial accounting role, management accountant role, then good to go. You don't need that. Age matter. I don't think so. Age doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, any other question?
Yeah, I think Safrin was asking like, do we take commission if our candidates land the job?
No, Safrin, it's nothing like that. No. Because how things work in a recruitment world is whenever somebody asks recruitment agency to search for accountant, they have already do the contract like, okay, if you give me the candidate, I'll pay you this much. So nothing from the candidate side. So you're good to go. All you do is apply for a job and go for an interview. If you land the job, you start the job. Nothing from your side. Hey, anything else, you guys?
Yeah, there's one question.
I
Somebody's
have
asking. Yeah, please go ahead.
hello.
Hi, Ram.
I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
It was in my concern, in my case, I have 11 years experience already. Oh, actually 15 years experience in
Mm-hmm.
counting.
Yeah.
Payables, receivables, petty cashier,
Mm-hmm.
uh, payroll.
Yeah.
Because I've been in Qatar. My
Mm-hmm.
previous job is in Qatar.
Yep.
So now I'm here in Australia for 2 months. So the
Mm-hmm.
problem is because in Qatar, our software, our system that we use is SAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my concern is about Zero and MYOB. So how can I land it for that
Okay, so
to
if you
have the
know the one
certificate? Like,
software, SAP is also very commonly used here in Australia, Ram. So
yeah.
you can try applying for a job with whatever you have at the moment. But if you join the course, then we'll teach you the same thing, whatever you have done in the SAP into the MIOB and Zero as well. That will be the plus point. But if you
Mm-hmm.
already does have a job, does have all those skills, plus SAP is very commonly used at the moment in Australia as well. There are like pretty common software like SAP, Zero, MIOB, and then other few. And then some company has their own software if they are big enough to invest on the software. So should be fine. Ram. Try to apply for a
Yeah,
job.
because
Have
that,
you actually tried? Did you get any call?
yeah, actually I have tried in sick application.
Mm-hmm.
But usually they are asking for you have Zero or MYOB experience like that. So, but I don't have.
Okay. Okay. Oh, good. I got it. Did you
So
manage
that's
to
my
get any
concern. That's
callbacks?
why.
Did you
Ah,
manage to
okay.
get any callbacks? No?
I'm sorry.
Did you manage to get any callbacks from the recruitment people?
No, not yet.
Okay. So if you're concerned about the Zero and MIOB, you definitely can join the course and then get to know the software from there. Yeah. There's nothing else that we can
Yeah.
do to teach you the
Yeah,
software
because that's
other
just
than
only my
joining the
concern,
course.
the
Yeah.
MYOB and Zero.
Yeah. You will learn after the 6 week, you'll learn how to use the MIOB. So same thing, how to use the Zero for the same
Okay. Anyhow,
for
I
the
just
skill.
contact you. I will call
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
anything
yeah.
in any concern.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. So if you don't have any more question, we'll
There's
wrap
one, Padma.
up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's one. In the chat,
Yeah.
somebody's asking like, does age matter at all when it comes to getting a job in accounting?
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. Okay. So we are
Because I'll tell you one story. Because I used to work in Coles, right? And then I used to work in bakery when I came here in Australia. My shift used to start from 5, and then I didn't like that job at all. I was just doing that job for the survival. And then once I finished my degree, I started applying for the jobs. And then my manager, who was around 46, he also has the finance degree. He was a manager working in a course for like more than 10 years. Then I got the job, and then because we were very close, I teach him the basic. Because one day in Saturday, what I did is I teach him the MIOB because I know MIOB plus the Zero both. So I teach him basic function of those because he already have a degree, and then he start applying. He also got the job. He is working in some Hyundai, we call Hyundai showroom in Chatswood at the moment. So it doesn't really matter for the job. It doesn't really matter about the age. He is 46 when he landed his accounts payable job, and then now it's been 2 years, and he's working as something in the Hyundai showroom in nearby Chatswood. So it doesn't matter The age things doesn't really matter, as long as you're eager to learn. That's all.
Is there any other
Okay.
questions? Okay. We are nearing the end of the session as well. So if there are no further questions from anybody else, I think like we'll just ask our participants. So we hope that you know, you got all the relevant information. Okay, Safrin is
Also,
asking, like, in career counseling, do you just help us with the resume and job application as well?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we'll teach you how you're supposed to build up your resume, how you're supposed to build up your LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is very important. It's just like Facebook. So, and then we also teach you how you're supposed to apply for a job. It's not like we're going to be there, basically apply your jobs on your behalf. We're going to tell you how many volume you're supposed to hit, what is the best time to apply for a job, and then when is the best time to, get in touch or maybe try to call the recruiter by yourself. All sort of things we're going to help you on that career counseling session.
Yeah. Like, we'll not do the application for you.
Yeah, for you.
But we will help you, like, when it comes to the job.
So we'll guide you how
Yeah.
you're supposed to do it. At the end of the day, it's your effort, 100% effort. We're going to give our 100%. You have to put your 200% in. So it's just going to give you all the details of what you're supposed to do, but then at the end of the day, you have to do your work.
Okay. Is there any further questions?
I just want to know, like, if the course will be considered as our experience in our resume.
Sort of software.
Because
we're
we
going
have
to claim,
general
because we're going to claim all those software skills plus all those technical skills plus all other interpersonal skills that you're going to learn from the career counseling and the technical. We're going to put that thing on the resume, and then you will get the callbacks from that particular thing. And then how things goes after that all depends on you. Yeah, you can
So
actually
is it
claim
like a
all
job
those.
ready program and internship sort of
Yep,
thing?
yep.
So it counts as experience in the resume, like we
Yep,
say that
sort
we
of.
learned zero myo because we have
Yep.
done because in
Degree
our
already.
accounting degree we have already done basic stuff.
I know. Yeah, it will count on your resume. Definitely. That's the whole purpose of doing this program.
And then we get a certificate or
Yep.
no?
You will get the certificate if you need. Yep.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So everything all good, guys? We have answered all your questions, all your queries.
Yep, thank you so much,
All
Padma.
good. All good, guys. So please make sure Neha has left the number to contact. Also, somebody will get in touch with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I hope to see you guys on the class. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll send you the recording as well in the email, and along with all the details, like the fee details and everything. So yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye.